Hey guys! I'm so excited to show you this tutorial, mostly because I can show you all the details of this look and I can really get into the nitty-gritty of how to do everything. Whereas some of my other videos, it was kind of just, here's kind of how to do it, but I can't really show you the detail. But I'm here today to do this cool green St. Paddy's Day look. Whether you're going out or whether you are just want to celebrate in a really fun way, nobody is pinching you with this look. Nobody. This is green. Got to use some fun products. Used a few drugstore, a few high-end. Got to use House of Lashes on my eyelids. These are the iconic eyelashes. I just adore them. They're sharp, they're fun. I just love it. And I'm so excited for all of this. So if there's anything that you want to learn or if you would have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. I want to be able to help as much as I can. Please bear with me while I get used to being on camera. This is like a woman's worst nightmare. Let's show every little flaw and detail in high definition. You should see my test run. It was horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. Alright guys, I am so excited. I've just never been able to film and talk to you guys at the same time, so I'm kind of excited at the opportunity to be able to like kind of speak as I go and just kind of let it flow. So first thing I do is I always put my hair up, which is kind of funny because so many times I'm like, oh, I don't want to ruin my hair, but I just can't do it without putting my hair up. So my hair is gonna go back just even for a little bit. So all right, so next I am going to show you guys the eye look, but I want to zoom in so you guys can see because I can do that now. I'm so excited to be able to show you guys detail because I feel like the eye look gets lost without the detail. So let's do it. Okay, and we're back. So we're gonna be working with all greens today. So first thing we want to do is prime our lid because primer is super important. If you don't prime your lid, then you're more apt to crease, wrinkle, and have fallout onto your cheeks, or it'll run down here in the under part of your eye. So if you have a lot of trouble with that, find a primer that works for you. I prefer the Urban Decay. Let's see if I can get this to focus. I prefer Urban Decay in Original. So now that I'm all primed, I want to start with my first transition color. Now the colors that I am working with today are green because we're going for a St. Paddy's Day look. So we're going for, I've got this beautiful Makeup Geek color. I believe it is called Fuji. It's got a little bit of sparkle in it, but it's so subtle that it's beautiful. We're also working with, this is my background lens, I'm getting used to how it focuses. So we're gonna work with greens. But first, I don't want to use green as a transition color. I would like to use something a little more nude. Everybody and their mom talks about this color. It's called Peach Smoothie from Makeup Geek. And a lot of people use it as a transition because you can see that it's pretty close to my skin color, but it's a little bit warm. So it's that peach-like color. Peach Smoothie. Weird. So the first thing I want to do is start with a fluffy brush. I am starting with a MAC 217. That one's ultra famous too. You want to tap, tap, tap. You don't want to have too much extra on there. And I'm starting right in the crease. Now notice my crease is actually down here. You see that? It's because I have a little bit of, can't decide if I'm hooded eye or double lid. I'm probably a little more double lid than I am hooded eye because I have a lot of space. Anyway, so I like to tilt my head back and put where I want my crease to be, because you can see I'm starting a little higher. And the reason why I do that is because if I start down here where my true crease is, it closes my eye off. It makes my eye look a lot smaller. Then I really could make my eye look pretty big otherwise. So I start and lean back a little bit, look for my crease, and blend back and forth where I want my crease to be. And I'm carrying this a little bit high because I want it to transition well with the green. If I carried it too low, the green would totally cover it up, but I want a little bit of a warm edge to it. Carrying it down just a little bit, no extra pigment. Now I did brows off camera, mostly because this isn't a brow tutorial, but I think I'll do an updated tutorial here pretty soon. Okay, now the next thing I'd like to work with is probably the all over lid color that I want to use, and I want to use this beautiful Fuji from Makeup Geek.
Hey Mommy.
Hey Lucy.
What are you doing?
Doing makeup, what are you doing? I'm using my flat brush here, and I'm just getting a little bit of pigment on. I'm gonna pack it right on. Notice I'm not really brushing, I'm packing. Because I want as much color payoff as I can get right on the lid.
What are you talking?
Talking to my friends that, well, I'm filming right now, and then people are gonna watch it.
Mama, I'm really hungry. Do you have potato chips?
Sure, sweetie. Can you go ask Grandma to help you?
She will come too. She will come too.
Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna start moving into my darker colors.
Wow.
So here I've got my little more like olive tone, and that's where I'm gonna go for my contour and my creases. And then here's a little bit of like a highlight green, and I might end up using that, but I just want to see how these darker tones. So first thing I want to do is I'm going to use this green. I believe this is, yeah, lime green. This is by NYX. So I'm going to use lime green. Okay, so now I'm going to a little bit more of a dome shape brush. So this one's not flat, it's round. Mostly because I'm not so much worried about the creases, I want to diffuse the color. So I'm going to start with this second transition color, lime green. And I'm lightly packing it on, or brushing it on. I really don't want a ton of, like a strip of color. I just want to lay down the green over the peach smoothie. So this is my transition shade, but I put it over the peach smoothie. You can see the peach smoothie is almost gone. Almost gone. Okay, now I'm gonna go through with this darker color. This is in green tea. Yeah, green tea. So we're gonna go through this green tea, and this is when I start working in the V. So I start kind of working it in, and I'm actually pushing a little bit harder because then it pushes into my crease and it lays down a little more color. This is the beauty of eyeshadow. When you're working with a lot of color, and a lot of times when you're working with a lot of the same color, you want to still give it depth. That's why I like this palette, because it has 3 different shades of green. So you can really create depth in the eye. So here I'm just pushing it in a little bit harder, because I want to create a little more color payoff in the corners here. Ooh, starting to feel like ivy. Look at all that green. So now that we're here, I'm gonna go back in with my peach smoothie. Add a little more warmth to the edges. Also, orange isn't completely opposite of green on the color wheel, but it's almost opposite. So this peach smoothie is going to create a little bit of interest in my eye. When you put opposites right next to each other, it makes them pop. It makes the colors go really bright. I'm going to transition from here into the peach smoothie, so I'm going to go for a little bit more of a nude color again. Okay, I'm going to go back in with another transition color. I'm actually going in with my Naked palette, my original Naked palette, because these really bronze warm colors, and that's what I'd like to use in my transition here. So, okay, I'm going in with a fresh blender type brush that's really fluffy. I'm gonna go in with Naked. Let's see if I can get this. I'm gonna go in with Naked. You can kind of tell I like that color. I've hit pan. I mean, I've had this palette probably since the beginning. So, you know. Getting a little bit of warmth there. And then I'll go back in with a highlighter afterwards. I just wanted the color to be warm. I didn't want it to be too cool because my skin's pretty white right now. I'm going to go in with a darker color right here in my crease because I want to deepen up the edges of my eye. And I'm going to go in with a gray instead of a black because black is a little bit harsh right now. So I'm going to go in with this gray color from the Naked 2 Basics palette. It is called Undone. I'm going to go in with a pencil because I want it to be pretty precise and I'm not going to put a ton of color on. So I'm going to go in with this gray. Taking it easy. Kind of see the shape that it's created there. Then I'm going to go back in with my original brush that I was using and blend it. No new pigment. It's just helping me blend out that gray. And then I can keep placing the gray as I feel like it. See, what's cool about the gray over the green that I already have there, it's not changing the green, it's just deepening it up. If I use black, it would probably be a little bit too harsh. You can use black if you're going for a really deep look, like if you know you're gonna be really smoking out your eyes and you want to have a really harsh lid, then you can totally do that. I'm going to carry this one over a little bit more than I did the other one, then I'll go back through and fix it. So there, we've got a little bit more depth on the outside. Now, we're going to go in with our liner. Okay, so I already did one eye. Now I'm going to do the other eye with my liquid eyeliner. So okay, we're going to put false lashes on. Null and void. How thick or thin your liner is. Yeah. So the next thing I'd like to do is focus on the lower lash and then we can be able to move on to the rest of the face and things like that. So I do want to take my transition color again. So I'm going to go back to my peach smoothie here. So go back in with my flat brush. I think this is a MAC 212. Now the reason I haven't like washed away and cleaned up this edge here is because I want to do my lower lashes first and then I can go back in and clean up my edges. I just don't want to bring it up too high because I want to blend the edges together. Otherwise, if you clean up this lower lash line and you know you're going to put eyeshadow down here and you already clean it up sometimes, it can, you want that transition even just a little bit, even though your black eyeliner is there. I mean, some people prefer a cleaner line there regardless. I mean, I think it just depends on your eye shape. Okay, now I'm only going to do a little bit of this Fuji color on my lower lash line. I'm really just going to focus it kind of right here because I want from here over to darken as I go. So I'm still going to go back in with my flat. So now I'm going to move on to my NYX palette. I'm going to be going in with this color here, the lime green color, and then I'm going to move into Spring Leaf. And going back into Spring Leaf. I want to blend it. Carry it a little bit to this outside color. It's interesting how this translates on camera. I can't even really tell on this little viewfinder. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna move on to, I'm gonna put my lashes on off camera because that's gonna be a whole nother video. So I'm gonna put my lashes on and then I'm gonna move on to the rest of my face. So let's zoom back out. So really that's it. I guess I just wanted to be able to give you guys something for St. Paddy's Day. The lashes can make a big difference, but you can choose to go without them. This can be going out. This could be just to celebrate the day. I think that it would be kind of fun to be able to wear it to even just during the day, because it's dramatic, but it's St. Paddy's Day. Like, people are gonna expect you. You could wear this and then not wear a lick of green and nobody will pinch you. Nobody. Because you've been wearing green on your face. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to keep doing more videos. This is kind of fun. I was really nervous when I first started because totally different setup. I'm talking at the camera. I'm going live. Like, there's not gonna be a lot of cuts in this anymore. So you guys kind of get to see the finished product. I hope you enjoy. If you have any questions or you'd like to look at or like to see a look that's like this or something different, please don't hesitate to let me know. I'm really enjoying doing this process, and thanks for being on this journey with me. Bye-bye. And I just want to transition that peach smoothie into the green a little bit. Oh, you look nice. It's beautiful. Do you love it?
Yeah.
Did you say thanks to Mommy?
Thanks.
You're welcome, honey.
Oh, it's really cute, Mom.
Can we have some potato chips?
Yes, absolutely. I just got a new bag. That'll probably end up being the outtakes. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is transition my eyebrow. That's not the right word. Anyway. Gosh, I felt like I was so quiet through that whole eyeliner experience. It's kind of nerve-wracking. So this is a matte lipstick from, I don't know if you guys can hear Lucy talking to me. She wants me to come help her.